if you're new here, I'm Ryan. Are you looking for a new smartwatch? Make sure you watch this video before purchasing a new one. Today, I will be reviewing Garmin's Venu 3S and comparing this a little bit to the Venu 2S and the Apple Watch. Of course, I'll put the link in the description to the watch that I am reviewing today, so that way you can check it out yourself. Prior to having the Garmin Venu 3S, I had the Venu 2S for just over 3 years. I purchased that one in August of 2021, I believe, which I really did like. So we'll be talking a little bit about that one as well. And then before the Venu 2S, I had an Apple Watch. So I'll be comparing the Venu 3S a little bit to those two prior smartwatches that I owned. So to start with first, let's talk a little bit about the appearance of it. So the Garmin 3S is a very, very nice looking watch. I love the design of it. First off, I love the circle of the watch. I love how the gold is around it. And there's a few different options on color schemes for this watch, but I personally like the gold. So that it's really, really, really pretty design. It's pretty small for being a smartwatch. It doesn't look too huge on my wrist, I think, which is a pro for this smartwatch because I'm a pretty tiny person. It doesn't look that big overall, I don't think. And then the band is like a grayish sand color. Now the 2S prior was also gold around it. Over the last few years, the gold circle has like a whole bunch of nicks in it and it just got really worn out over time. I blame my puppy mostly for that, but just kind of like gets nicked and scratched over time, which I don't love. There's not a way to protect that, but I always keep a little shield over each of my watch faces. So if you are purchasing a smartwatch, I do recommend for sure getting a little protective film. There's actually one over both of these watches right now. So that way, if your watch face were to scratch, because it's inevitably going to happen, it scratches the cover and the protective film and hopefully not your watch. So that way your watch will hold up for many years to come. I personally just get the watch covers on Amazon. This is the one that I just purchased for the Garmin 3S and it worked great. I'll say that when I had the Apple Watch, honestly, I got the Apple Watch because I had an iPhone. I didn't love the look of it. I don't like the square look of the Apple Watch. I personally prefer the circular watch design. I think this looks more elegant, sleek versus the like box or square style. I don't really care for that. It's really easy to set up. It comes with really quick, easy instructions to follow and how to pair it to your phone. There is a Garmin app that it pairs to, and you can like see your stats every day and kind of some extra features on the app too that goes with the watch. But it was really easy to set up. And then once you have it, it's really easy to change the watch face if you don't like which one it defaults to. There's a lot of different options, colors, options for the display on the watch itself, which is really nice. So there's a lot of variability just in the watch design. Next, let's talk a little bit about the battery life. When I switched from the Apple Watch to the Garmin, I love how long these batteries last. This will last like 4 or 5 days at least. I charge it once every few days and it charges pretty quick. So it'll charge in about an hour or so. So I can wear it at night. So it can actually track my sleep and I don't have to think about constantly charging it every day. Whereas my Apple Watch had to be charged every day, which I hated. So I love how the Garmin batteries last so much longer. Now talking a little bit about the technology and kind of the different apps on the Garmin Venu 3S. My favorite features of this watch are, of course, it has a pedometer, a step tracker, like all fitness trackers should have that. I like, of course, the heart rate to monitor that every day. I feel like these things hold us accountable for our healthy habits. So that's why I personally like my smartwatch and my Garmin. But I really like the body battery. That's a really cool feature that I watch every day or throughout the day. And then it also has the heart rate variability, which gets a little confusing, but it kind of shows like how much the body is worn and how the heart rate is responding to that and how much like stress or rest someone needs. So that kind of goes into the body battery calculation. So when you sleep, you'll see your sleep score, you'll see how long you sleep, like the types of sleep. So it tracks that sleep quality and get your sleep score. And then it kind of shows how that reflects on the battery. And then throughout the day, your body battery kind of goes down typically. It's kind of cool to watch that. Actually, that is my favorite feature of the Garmin itself is is the body battery and the heart rate variability, kind of tracking of that and monitoring that. And then the sleep, I really like the sleep function of the Garmin. I think it's a great tool. Again, it kind of holds me accountable for getting that proper sleep and aiming for at least 7 hours per night. And then it'll tell me like how good my sleep was that night prior, and kind of give that sleep score too. So that's kind of cool to look back at the average over the last like week, month, year, etc., to look back at the stats and track them over time. And then the other thing that I like about the Garmin, of course, it's a smartwatch, right? So whatever notifications I want to push from my phone to my Garmin, I get. So I personally have phone calls and texts that come through to here and nothing else. That's how I like it set up. So that's really helpful to me in my life, just to see what's urgent, what's not urgent, to glance at without finding my phone. And then of course the fitness aspect. So I track all of my workouts on my watch. All of, it's really easy to set if you want to track whatever activity you're doing, whether that's like a treadmill, a bike, a walk. Strength training are the ones that I typically use the most, but they have so many different fitness options. And then it will also track your intensity minutes for the week. So I always, again, like to set that goal of at least 150 minutes of exercise per week, but typically it's quite a bit higher than that. So I kind of get to see what my average has been and then aim for that each week. One thing that I don't like about the Venu 3S is that it has a nap tracker. Now, maybe there's a way that I can remove it. It wasn't on my 2S, but somehow the nap is like an option on my 3S, and I don't nap. I am not a napper. I can't tell you the last time I took a nap. If I take a nap, I'm probably sick or there's something wrong. So I kind of want to remove the nap like thing that I scroll past. I don't even want to see it because it says naps, no naps today. Well, that's not surprising because I will never nap. One thing that I miss is the Apple Watch. I had a feature where I could ping my phone. I'm always losing my phone, and my phone is always on silent, which is not helpful. So I'm always misplacing my phone, and then I'm wandering around, find my phone. And with my Apple Watch, I used to be able to like ping it, and then it would go off, and then I could like go find my phone based on the noise. But now the Venus, the Garmin's, I don't think have that function. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm misspeaking. Maybe it does. Maybe I just don't know about it. I'm old. I don't know all these features that these things can do, but I do miss that feature on the Apple Watch. But honestly, overall, for a smartwatch, I love the Garmin Venu 2S and 3S. They are wonderful, wonderful watches. I think they're great for really anyone looking to track like health and wellness stats in their everyday life. And it's a great watch for those who are athletic, who want that fitness tracking as well. Lots of functionality there. I really find it helpful. I love it. I wear it every day, 365 days a year, unless someone makes me take it off for like a photo or something. I am an Apple fan. I have so many Apple products, an iPhone, a MacBook. But when it comes to fitness and my smartwatches, I really like Garmin. I don't think I'll ever go back to another like Apple smartwatch. So that's going to be all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.